Hello, I'm Manisha Latgupta from Ananda Permaculture Farm, and today I'm going to be answering some of the questions that you sent in about a permaculture design course and how I did it, what I learned from it, and should you do one or not. I did the permaculture design course from Oregon State University. They have an online course which is I think 9 or 10 week course, and that's the one that I did. I attended it online. It's an online course, but it has a lot of assignments and there is a lot of personal supervision that you get in return. So it isn't really like an online course that you would find on many portals. It's got a real professor at the other end of it, and they give you assignments which have to be submitted on Monday morning, and then they will give you personal feedback. So it's a fairly hands-on course even though it's online. Actually, I built the whole permaculture farm without doing a PDC, but I have aspirations of being a permaculture teacher, and to be a teacher and to get my teacher training certificate, I needed to complete my PDC. That's the reason why I signed up for the OSU PDC and finally completed it. So now I have a PDC as well as a PTT, which is a permaculture teacher training certificate. The permaculture design course is actually almost completely design. In fact, after speaking to a few architect friends, etc., I realized that a lot of the site analysis work that architects do is very much a part of the PDC as well. It is quite a design course, and it really focuses on how to place position your farm, what to plant where, how to manage the water, how to maximize the solar gain. And things like that, and doesn't get into the nitty-gritties of what to plant with what and when to plant it and how to look after it, etc., which is a very micro detail. So it is essentially a design course. Almost all the theory that I learned at the PDC is very much applicable to designing your farm or your land or any property that you may have. I had already finished designing a large part of my farm, but luckily for me I got much of it right. And now that I'm adding on small pieces of land, I'm again going back and using the same principles that I've learned at the PDC. So it is very applicable. It's got a lot of information and knowledge that is good to know and definitely grounded in reality. There is no prerequisite to attend a PDC course. Anybody can attend it. The PDC course is actually very work intensive. I was myself surprised at the amount of work that I had to do. I found myself spending all my weekends, maybe full days in fact, putting together my assignments for the next week. It is quite intensive. So make sure that you have that time to do the course. My younger daughter was studying for her 10th board exams during the same time, so I thought it was a good time for me to do the PDC and I could just sit with her and study. I did the course after purchasing my land. What I would recommend is to do the course after purchasing your land, but not way long into building your farm. That way you know where you're going to work and you can apply a lot of the learnings from the course to that particular piece of land, but you're not already locked into your design and therefore you have the room to make some adjustments. In the PDC course, you're supposed to work on one particular piece of land and then build your entire assignment and your final project submission around that piece of land. So it helps to have a piece of land which is identified because it's required as part of the PDC course. A PDC is not essential to build a permaculture farm. You can actually teach yourself by research and watching videos and reading books. You don't really need a PDC, but it's probably good to have one. I don't think there's anything specific about your land that mandates you to do a PDC. It's irrespective of the type of land you have or where you're living or what you're working with. The PDC course is a fairly general course and nothing specific to a particular piece of land. I would recommend the course to somebody who's already got their hand dirty and started working somewhere or volunteering at a farm and understanding the basic workings of nature and having a good sense of observation and intuition before you get into doing a PDC. I think that will be the best arrangement. There were many surprises and interesting learnings for me in the PDC course. The things that stand out for me and that I was surprised and amazed at was studying the watershed of the area and really understanding how the water flows from within the hills down into the plains. And I was surprised that cities like Panchkula, Chandigarh, which are our closest cities, are actually built completely on the watershed. And we've put a grid-shaped city right in the watershed with no consideration for how the water flows. It's no surprise at all that our cities get flooded from time to time. And then we always sort of curse nature and say, oh, look, how devastating it has been. But we've actually stepped into the path of the river most of the time, and we deserve what we get. To be honest, having been a permaculturist for the last 10 years, I was thinking that the permaculture design course is going to be a breeze for me because I've been there, done that. But it was quite intense, and I was surprised at the amount of work and effort that I had to put in. Many things I had never documented about my land, things like the solar aspect, things like the watershed and my position in the watershed, documenting the birds and the wild animals of this area, looking back at the architecture that the villagers followed maybe 100 or 200 years ago. Some of these things I had never really documented. In fact, I had not even done a soil test on my land. And because of the PDC course, it pushed me to go and do a soil test at 2 or 3 different spots as well. The 5 key takeaways for me from the PDC course were first, understanding the watershed and seeing where water is flowing, what is your position in the watershed and how you can maximize water gain on your property. Second thing is to understand the solar aspect, see how the sun moves across your land both in the summer and winter, and are you planting correctly to maximize the solar gain. The third takeaway for me would be to understand the role of animals on the farm and how we can integrate animals into the property to benefit from their activities, as well as building a more integrated pest management solution. The fourth thing would be intercropping, companion planting, and understanding how we can build guilds to actually get maximum output from minimum area. So how we can plant under things, stack up things spatially or temporally, and really maximize the productivity from that piece of land. And fifth would really be social permaculture. How do we work with the local community? How do we work with people in the area and make permaculture more as a lifestyle and a community thing rather than just a form of farming or agriculture? At Ananda Permaculture Farm, we already have open days, which you can see on our social media pages. We announce them from time to time, and we do a 2-hour introductory tour and give you a brief snapshot into permaculture to see if it piques your interest and you want to pursue that further. I also plan to start having PDC courses on Ananda because now I'm a certified teacher. And when we do that, I think a lot of transmission of knowledge can happen. I can share a lot of my experience, also give a hands-on experience to people who come and stay here during the duration of the PDC and actually work here and understand how the whole ecosystem is working. Thanks for sending in your questions. I hope I've managed to answer all of them up to your satisfaction, and keep engaging with us. We love to hear from you. Bye-bye.